So getting set for our very first pre-final of the day, Holster Store Rotex Masters. Scott Roberts in row number 1. Scott setting fast time earlier this morning. Challenger in row number 1 on the outside. So Jesse going to look him over, let him go. We're underway as we get started here with your Holster Store Rotex Masters. Yeah, and all pre-finals will be 8 laps. So Scott Roberts going to carry the field into turn number 9 for the very first time. Got that 2-cart length lead, and he'll head into turn number 11. Again, I want to thank the great folks at the Holster Store. You can check them out online, theholsterstore.net. And they got all kinds of holsters, everything you need. Check them out online. And again, theholsterstore.net as they sponsor our Rotex Masters. So field going to cycle around for lap number 1. Roberts, your leader. Need Rotex Jr., you're on the grid. Pre-grid, Rock Senior. Rock Senior, you are pre-grid. So with 2 laps in, again, Scott Roberts continue to hold on to that top position. He'll work his way into turn number 8. There's your leader now into turn number 9. Challenger in lap number 2. Dario with quick lap 49.024, and he'll take over now, or in that quick spot as he turns quick time 49.024, so that is fast time as he still runs in that second place position. So there's Scott Roberts, your leader, got a decent lead down to turn number 1. Challenger running second. John Dalton into 600 running third. Michael Ariyama running fourth. Fifth will be Kevin Coy. Whitfield running sixth. In lap 3, Scott Roberts turns a 48.716. Still about a cart length and a half behind your leader, Challenger. Need Rotex Jr., you're on the grid. Rock Senior, you're pre-grid. Working on our very first pre-final of the day in your Rock Masters. So we'll quickly pick up the halfway side. Roberts, your leader, into turn number 1. Got a whole bumper full of Challenger as they work into turn number 2. Michael Ariyama moving up to that third spot. Dalton fourth. Fifth will be Coy. Whitfield running sixth. 4 down, 4 to go. Your first pre-final of the day, Rotex Masters, brought to you by theholsterstore.net. A good nose-to-tail battle. Top 2 drivers starting to break away now from that third running cart of Michael Ariyama. Michael right now 6 seconds behind your leader. We'll correct that. A little bit under that now as he continues to drop back. So here comes your leaders. 5 laps complete this time by. But Challenger keeping the heat on Scott Roberts. And they'll work their way into turn number 4. Still running the tire tracks, your leader. Challenger little slipping off of turn 4. Now you see Roberts will take advantage of that as he'll move into turn 5 with a good lead now. So Kellinger a little slippery there coming off of turn number 4. Meantime, John Dalton closing in now on Michael Ariyama for that third spot. They'll work their way into turn number 10. So John Dalton kicking it up a notch now here in the winding laps of our first pre-final of the day. Rotex Masters down 2 to go. And Scott Roberts in command now. Up by about 0.2 of a second as he heads into turn number 1. Ariyama running third. Dalton fourth. Coy Whitfield in that 6th spot. And Scott Roberts turning a 48.480 here in lap number 6. You see that lead now. And Kellinger slipping up a couple laps ago off turn number 4. He was pretty much staying right there with Roberts the entire race. Now there's your leader now into turn number 12. We'll head down that long straightaway. And there's your race leader, Scott Roberts, into turn number 13. He'll see the white flag this time by 1 to go. Scott Roberts. And Dalton going to work now on Ariyama as they work into turn number 3. Good racing. That'll be for third. I'm sure we'll see that little battle carry over into the final later on this afternoon. So Scott Roberts into turn number 12. That'll get him in for the final time. He'll head down the straightaway. And he'll bring it home as he comes into turn number 13. Scott Roberts will score the win in your holster store Rotex Masters pre-final. Need Rock Senior to the grid. Cadet Sportsman. That'll be Cadet Sportsman. We'll need you to the grid. So ready to go. Your Race Tech Development, Rotex Junior. Kyle Kirkwood fast time inside row 1. Jordan Perry outside row 1 in row 2. Sharipe in the number 12. Munez in the number 92. Row 3 will be Juan Carrera in the 68. Masafero in the 214. In row 7, it'll be Bellinger in the 230. Sierra in the 222. In row 5, Ben Ariyama in the number 8. Ryan Norberg in the 248. Quentin DeBuver in the number 298 starting 11th. Kayla Stewart starting 12th. In row 7, Justin Gordon, Sarah Metcalf. In row 8, Seve DePinto in the 14. Sterling Fairman in the number 18X. Michael DeQueseta in the number 22. Mason Carroll starting 18th in the 23. Starting 19th, the 338 is Zachary Hancock. Joseph Terabelli starting 20th. Rafael Perezzo is starting in the 21st spot. Colin Schmidt in the number 22, in the 68, starting 22nd. Starting 23rd to 26th of Aaron Schmidt. Megan Winfrey in the 7 will be starting 24th. Sterling Fairman, again in at 18X, will have him in the 16th starting position. Yeah, special thanks to the folks at Race Tech Development. Visit them online at racetechdevelopment.com. And take a look at all the great services they have to do there with this Race Tech Development as you check them out online. So ready to go. Your Race Tech Development, Road Tex Jr., Kyle Kirkwood, fast time. And about 6 drivers in that 47-second bracket. Actually back to Juan Carrera in the 5th starting position. Kyle Kirkwood, 47.689 on the inside of row number 1. And we'll take the green. Again, heavy traffic into turn number 1. And heavy traffic, still some side-by-side racing, mid-pack. They'll snake their way into turn number 4. And a good start for Kyle Kirkwood in that 2:28, setting quick time earlier this morning. And he'll take that Tony card off of turn number 5 as your leader. Boy, heavy traffic in behind Kirkwood as they head into turn number 10. First through 4th all button up as they'll make the entry to turn number 11. So field will make their way around. Second pre-final of the day to be 8 laps. Rock Senior, you're on the grid. Cadet Sportsman, you're pre-grid. So across the line, looks like the 208 of Perry will take that top spot away. Kirkwood second, Correa now third. Fourth, it'll be Sharipe. So 3 carts together off at turn number 4. Have another one. Looks like a chain issue there off at turn number 10. You see him unpiling that 3 carts off at turn number 4. Field looking to cycle around for lap number 2. So your second different leader as they come across the line. So Perry up front, second different leader. Correa now second. So Juan Correa starting in that 5th position now, being scored second. Juan setting fast time, 48.680. So Perry your leader, Correa running second, Sharipe third, Kirkwood fourth, Bellinger fifth, Sierra sixth, Ariyama running in the 7th spot. That'll be Ben Ariyama in the 7th position. Yunus running 9th, Norberg 10th, Seve DePinto being scored in the 10th position. So here comes Perry across the line. Heading into turn number 1. So Jordan Perry from outside of row number 1, your leader. Correa running second, Sharipe third, pole sitter Kirkwood running 4th, 5th it'll be Sierra, Bellinger down to 6th. Ariyama 7th, Muniz 8th, Norberg and DePinto rounding out your top 10. In lap 3, Correa with a 48. 2-2-3. Did that here in lap number 3, so that's quick time. As that 68 machine still running second. Right now, about 2 kart lengths behind your leader into turn number 12. And we'll pick up the halfway sign this time by. So here comes your leader, Perry. Crosses the line. Correa second, Sharipe third, Kirkwood, Sierra your top 5. Ballinger running 6th. Nunez will move up into the 7th position here at the halfway point. And Sharipe knocking off a quick lap, 48.208 for Sharipe. So Augusto quitting, running a pretty good lap there as he continues to move on. Here comes your top 3 drivers now. Going to work into turn number 13. They'll head to the line. Well, 5 laps in. Perry your leader. Correa running second. Sharipe third. Kirkwood fourth. Sierra fifth. Bellinger sixth. Inez running 7th. Norberg up to 7. Ariyama now in that 9th spot. So Ben has dropped back a couple positions, currently being scored 9th for Ben Ariyama. And your leader, Jordan Perry, started outside of row number 1. Didn't take him long to get up to the top spot. Right now, he's been solid as he heads into turn number 12. We'll get 2 to go this time by. So here comes your leader, Jordan Perry. And got a good lead now with 2 to go as he dives into turn number 1. Perry, Correa, Sharipe, Kirkwood, Sierra, your top 5. And right now, Perry opens up a 7/10 second of advantage as he heads into turn number 4. So great run for Jordan Perry, who qualified second. And he's up front now into turn number 5. Gilded a race now for that 5th place position. Again, battling at turn number 10 for 5th. They got to nose to tail. That'll be Sierra and Olivia Bellinger. Sierra into 222, Bellinger into 230. White flag up, 1 to go for Jordan Perry. Look at his battle at the line. That's the 222 of Sierra. Bellinger into 230. Good racing there for 5th. They'll continue that little race there off of turn number 3. Meantime, Jordan Perry, a couple more turns to go for your leader. Got about a 9/10 of a second advantage for Jordan Perry. So here comes Jordan Perry. Started outside of row number 1 and dominated here in the pre-final. And he'll lock it up for your Race Tech Development Rotex Junior win. Goes to the 208 of Jordan Perry. Correa 2nd, Sharipe 3rd, Kirkwood 4th, Bellinger 5th, 6th it'll be Sierra Munez 7th, Norberg 8th, Ariyama, and Massafero going to round out your top 10. So up next will be your Verta Speed Resource Rock Senior. Again, be sure to check out the website, vertaspeedresources.com, and check out some of their service. They can help you get at the front of the pack, and they offer services like trackside and race support, kart service and maintenance, tuning, driving coaching, kart rentals. They've got it all. Again, visit them online at vertaspeedresources.com. And here's how we'll line them up. Ashley Rogero inside row one on the pole position, 44.924. Dominic Torsoro in the 229 starting second. Row two, A.J. Myers, Ian Cummings. In row three, Joffrey Amaya in the 44, Hunter Cito in the 145. Row 7 to 79, Chris Grepthorpe, Brandon Sellier in the 199 starting eighth. Ninth, it'll be the 5 of Gabriel Sierra. Garrett Peterson starting 10th. Starting 11th, Austin Jordan. Starting 12th, Oscar Velosa in the number 530. Starting 13th, Justin Greiner and Eddie Rodriguez. Starting 14th. There's your starting lineup for your Verta Speed Resource Rock Senior. Need Cadet Sportsman, you're now on the grid. Cadet Sportsman, you're on the grid. You need Rock Masters, you're pre-grid, and we're set to go. 8 laps, Rock Senior. Jesse going to look him over, likes what he sees, and let him go as they head into turn number 1. Again, Ashley, the only driver to qualify in that 44-second bracket, as she turns a 44.924. So pole sitter Ashley Rogero quickly dropping back into that 4th place position. Tries to get a spot back, and she'll gain nothing coming off of turn 10. Looks like she may have a shot to try to get into that 3rd place position, but unable to gain any ground as your leaders cycle around for lap number 1. And off to a very good start, heading down into turn number 1, Tesoro. So Dominic will take a 9/10 of a second advantage into turn number 2. Great start for Dominic. Running second, A.J. Myers. Joffrey Amaya third. Ashley now 1.4 seconds back behind your leader, running 4th. Grepthorpe into the 5th position, has picked up 2 spots. So Chris will lead that second pack of traffic into turn number 10. Grepthorpe currently running 5th. You see him in the head of that second pack. And boy, that pack of traffic coming up on your top 4. As your leader down into turn number 13, Torsoro. So Dominic moving right along. Ashley working on Joffrey Amaya. That'll be for 3rd as they head into turn number 2. No change, top 4. Ashley still running in that 4th place position. Running 5th, that'll be Grepthorpe. So again, up front now we'll see a brand new leader as they come into turn number 13. A.J. Myers will take over that top spot. So A.J. now your new leader. Torsaro back into that 2nd place position. So again, you got to look at A.J. Myers. He was down 9/10 of a second just a lap and a half ago, and he is now your new leader. So second different leader, A.J. Myers. A.J. qualified 3rd. So A.J. Myers your leader. Torsaro running 2nd. Joffrey Amaya 3rd. Ashley running 4th. Now flip-flop for that 5th position. As Grepthorpe was pretty much running 5th, he'll drop back to 6th. That'll put Hunter Cito now 5th, Grepthorpe back in the 6th. Ashley trying to work around Joffrey Amaya as they come off turn number 12. So 4 laps down, 4 to go. So here at the halfway point, it'll be A.J. Myers, your leader, coming from the 2nd row. Torsaro running 2nd, Amaya 3rd, Ashley running 4th, Cito 5th, Grepthorpe running 6th, Cummings 7th, Jordan running 8th. Well, also running 9th, Rodriguez 10th, Greiner running 11th, Sierra running 12th, Peterson running in the 13th spot. A.J. Myers at the halfway point, 45-3-2-1. Good lap for A.J. Myers. Boy, Ashley continued to get a workout on the 44 of Joffrey Amaya as they come off turn number 13. Unable to get enough speed to get around him. Ashley, quick lap in this race was a 45-7-6-9. You remember, she qualified 44-9-2-4. So don't know where the speed is going on the 17 of Ashley O'Hara, but definitely not running what she did in qualifying as she stays in behind Joffrey Amaya into turn number 7. Ashley right now 2.4 seconds behind your leader, currently being scored 4th. She gets a great run on that little run between turns 11 and 12 as she gets right all over the back end of Joffrey Amaya into turn 13. Now she got a crossover on the entry to turn number 1. Ashley gets a nice run, and she'll move up into 3rd. So Joffrey Amaya now going to see the 17 come by with 2 laps remaining. But up front, it is A.J. Myers, your leader. Sorrell running 2nd, Ashley running 3rd. Joffrey Amaya in the 4th place position. And Cito rounded out your top 5. So white flag will come out, 1 to go. A.J. Myers will head to the line. He'll see the white flag. 1 more circuit to go. A.J. Myers. Boy, I'm going to tell you, Torsolo get a great run as he came down that front stretch. And Dominic now about 2 kart lengths behind your leader as they head into turn number 4. Yeah, Dominic about a kart length now as he gets a good run off of turn 4. So closing up the gap now. So A.J. Myers picks up the win in your Verta Speed Resources Rock Senior. Sorrell picks up 2nd. Ashley coming home 3rd. Amaya 4th. Cito rounding out your top 5. So rolling up next will be TS Racing Cadet Sportsman. Special thanks to everybody there at TS Racing. You can take a look at their website, tsracing.com, and take a look at some of their sale items. Of course, join them on Facebook. Keep up to date on all their specials. Also, check out their online superstore. And again, on sale this week, your Precision Tire Gauge. And they'll have a lot of great sales throughout the week. So check out their website, tsracing.com. As they sponsor our Cadet Sportsmen. And here's how we'll line them up. Inside row 1 with quick time, Matias Ramirez in a 1:03. Devin Buteau in the 08 starting 2nd, 3rd. It'll be the 5:77 of Aiden Keel. James Marsh in the 15 starting 4th, 5th. It'll be Vincenzo Saraceno in the number 10. Dylan Gennaro starting in the 6th spot. Hollinshead starting in the 7th position. Jake Knepper will be starting 8th. Hunter Badilla 9th. Mayo Livingston starting in the 10th spot. And Matt Heelan will be starting 11th. Rock Masters needs you to the grid. All shifters, you're now pre-grid. That'll be all shifters, your pre-grid for your pre-final. So Ramirez, quick lap earlier this morning, turns a 51.938. Only driver in that 51-second bracket. So Ramirez locking up a couple pole positions today as he gets set to let us go in your TSRacing.com Cadet Sportsman. Rock Masters, you're on the grid. Shifters, you are pre-grid. Devin Buteau got a good run so far this weekend as he starts outside of row number 1. Best start for him so far this weekend. And he's coming out here in qualifying, now ready to go into this pre-final. Jesse going to look him over. They'll come to the start-finish line. And we are ready to go. Green is out as they'll head into turn number 1. Your TS Racing Cadet Sportsman underway. So Ramirez gets a great run here in lap number 1. He'll come off at turn 13 with a decent lead as he strikes and heads into turn number 1. Good racing, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. That'll be Saraceno Ramirez. Well, correct, that'll be Devin Buteau up front. And Ramirez dropping back into 3rd, so we'll correct, that'll be Devin Buteau, your leader. So Devin Buteau coming from outside of row number 1. So Ramirez, your pole sitter, dropping back into that 4th spot. So here's your rundown. Buteau, your leader. Keel running 2nd. Saraceno 3rd. Ramirez 4th. De Niro running 5th. As they'll cycle around for lap number 2. So Devin Buteau, as I said, getting off to a great start in qualifying and takes over the top position. He'll work in turn number 13. Ramirez now will work his way into 3rd as he heads to the line. Saraceno dropping back to 4th. So Ramirez trying to find himself back up in that top position. So a couple Tony karts, that'll be 3rd and 4th. With Ramirez currently running 3rd, Saraceno running 4th. Devin Buteau here in lap number 2, 52.299. Quick lap of this race for Devin Buteau. Devin with about a 1.1 second advantage. Ramirez starting to break away now from Saraceno as they head into turn 11. So 3 laps in. Devin Buteau, your leader. Devin will head into turn number 1 with a 1 second lead. Keel running 2nd. Ramirez, Saraceno, and Dylan De Niro in the top 5. Good run for Dylan as he's in the top 5. Rock Masters, you're on the grid. Shifters, you're pre-grid. All shifters, you are pre-grid. So Devin Buteau continue to check out on the field. Matter of fact, seeing a big gap now in your top 5 karts as traffic really stretching out. And we are seeing some single file racing. And we'll pick up the halfway point this time by. So cycling around, going wire to wire. Devin Buteau, your leader here at the halfway point. Devin from outside of row 1, jumped out to that lead in lap number 1. Keel running 2nd. Ramirez, your pole sitter, being scored 3rd. 4th, it'll be Saraceno. 5th, it'll be Dylan De Niro. Highlands Head running 6th. Marsh 7th. Livingston running 8th. Netmer running 9th. Padilla and Heelan rounded out your 11th position. Boy, Devin Buteau just cracking a 52.226 here in lap 4. So Devin Buttel picking up the pace right now with a 1.1 second advantage over Keel in that second place position. So checking out on the field, and it's been a great run for Devin Buttel. Traffic stretching out. Ramirez running solo in third. Right now, 3.5 seconds behind your leader in that third spot with 5 laps in, 3 to go. So working on your tsracing.com Cadet Sportsman. Be sure to check out the website, tsracing.com. Get those rebates on those DR carts and complete packages. Check them out online at tsracing.com. So Jesse with double sticks in hand will get 2 to go this time by. There it is, 2 to go. Your leader heading into turn number 1, Devin Buttel. About a 9/10 of a second advantage. Watch out for Aiden Keel. Just turned a 52.136. And he's within about 0.8 of a second of your leader with 2 to go. Don't want to go to sleep now, Devin. You've got company. Close it in as they head off of turn 4. Ramirez, nobody around him. That's your pole sitter running third. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Got some good racing there all the way back to 8th. That'll be Saraceno, Hollinshead, De Niro, and Livingston along with Marsh. Some good racing there. White flag up, 1 to go. For Devin Buttel. Picks up the white. It'll shoot down the front stretch. Boy, Aiden Keel now just 0.6 of a second behind your leader. Maybe it'll be a little too much too late for Keel. At one time, it was about a 1.2 second gap between first and second. Now about a 0.5 second gap as your leaders head into turn 5. Still good racing. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. That goes all the way back. Saraceno, Hollinshead, De Niro, Livingston, and Marsh. As those drivers all head into turn number 6. So here comes Devin Buttel down the long straightaway. Again, giving it all he can is Keel. And he's driving it hard off of turn number 13. He gets right on the bumper of your leader. And Devin Buttel holds him off. Keel coming home second, Ramirez third, Hollinshead picks up 4th, Saraceno 5th, Livingston 6th, De Niro 7th, Marsh 8th, Napper finishing 9th, Padilla 10th, Ellen will round out your top 10. So rolling up next will be your Rock Masters. Don't forget, a big Rock Cup event here coming up in 2 weeks at Homestead. And take a look at the website, rockcup.com, ROKCUP.com. Our series sponsor here this season with the Florida Karting Championship Series. And I want Kevin and the entire gang here from Rock Cup. Appreciate him joining us here down at Homestead. And they'll finish out the field ready to go. Castro inside row 1. Francois Bonrivo outside row 1 will take the green. John Dalton in the 99. Michael Ariam in the 623. Eldunas in the number 2. Peter Pastano in the 41. And we are underway. Rock Cup Rock Masters. Shifters, you're on the grid. Rock Jr., you are now pre-grid. Rock Jr., you're pre-grid. So Castro not going to waste any time shooting out of a barrel there as he comes out quick and heads into turn number 10 with a decent lead. Castro qualifying effort, 46.169. Top 3 drivers in that 46-second bracket. That'll be Bonwibo and John Dalton, all in 46-second bracket for qualifying. So working on our Rock Masters. 8-lap pre-final. Castro opening up about a 2-second lead now as he exits off at turn number 10. And it's trying to catch up to him now as he heads off turn number 12. Francois running second, Dalton running third as they'll head into turn number 13. There's Castro, continue to check out on the field. Castro now with a 2.4 second advantage. Again, visit the website, rockcupusa.com. That's rockcupusa.com. Again, they got that event coming up here in a couple weeks, right here at the Homestead Karting Facility. So no change in your running order. With 3 laps in, Castro, 3.1 second advantage. He'll head into turn number 4 with nobody around him. Francois Bonrivo running second, 3.1 seconds behind your leader. Dalton running third. Fourth it'll be Ariama. Fifth it'll be Pastano. Sixth, Dunas. As they continue to move right along here in your Rock Cup, USA.com. Rock Cup Masters. So Jesse will show them halfway this time by. 4 down, 4 to go. It's been a runaway freight train. As Castro now checking out into a different planet with a 4.1 second advantage over Francois Bonrivo. Francois doing an excellent job holding off Dalton, Ariama, Pastano. And notice as they all work into turn 5 as your leader now into turn number 9. Shifters, you're on the grid. All shifters, you're on the grid. Rock Jr., you're pre-grid. Rock Jr., you're pre-grid. So we'll see 2 to go next time when Castro comes by. Castro in lap number 5 turns a 46.371. Not quite where he qualified. As we see an exchange now for that third spot. Ariyama moving in around Dalton for third. Well, Castro a little hot off of turn 13. That back end starting to dance around. Sliding off of turn number 13. So 2 to go, final 2 laps. Looks like that battle going to be for third as Ariyama moves up to third, Dalton back to fourth. So white flag in hand. Jesse will show it to your leader, Castro, as he heads into turn number 1. Francois Bonribo crosses the line. He is now 7.8 seconds behind your leader, who is off at a different planet. Castro's checked out on the field on the final lap in your Rock Masters. All is set. Ariyama going to start to work on the 0-7 of Francois Bonribo. In the meantime, Checker drops. Castro scores the win as he goes wire to wire. Francois going to hold on. He'll pick up second. Ariyama coming home third. So up next will be your Harvest Motorsports Shifters. Check out their website at harvestmotorsports.com. Harvest Motorsports team of experts are ready to help you in choosing the engine chassis combination to suit your driver particular needs. Our drivers also have a wealth of racing knowledge and experience available to them. Our driving coaches will provide expert feedback to help you improve your driving skills and lower lap times regardless of your driver's experience level. And check out the website. That is harvestmotorsports.com as we are underway for our shifters. In your stock moto, it'll be Nick Neri in the 151. Oliver Askew in the 38. Sam Beasley in the 14. Ashley Rogero in the 17. Jonathan Cote in the 54. Tim Allman will be in the 00. Brian Ansel in the number 71. Morgan Healy in the number 16. Hunter Cito in the number 145. And Ryan Reevy in the number 33. In your ICC, Farshad Behera in the number 5. Number lower now in the number 17. And Morgan Pagano in the 07. Want to say happy birthday to Morgan. Coming from my neck of the woods there. Happy birthday, Morgan Pagano in the 07. In your Masters, Lawrence Mary in the number 27. That'll be your Masters quick time. Kurt Matheson in the number 25, also your Masters driver. So 3 combined groups for your Harvest Motorsports shifters. As they'll bring them around, we'll get them all lined up. Glenn Biggs, race director on that front stretch. And we'll get them ready to go. Shifters, 8 laps. Need Rock Jr. Rock Jr., you're now on the grid. Tag your pre-grid. So they'll come to a complete stop. Nick Neri overall fast time with all the classes, 44.528 for Neri. Jesse will get them in their proper positions. So Glenn Biggs will get ready. Jesse will give him cross flags. Glenn ready, going to raise the left arm straight up, shows him the green, and just about everybody gets off except for at least one cart. Now 2 on the front stretch, and that'll be the 145 of Hunter Cito. So trying to get Hunter fired up. That'll be Hunter Cito still trying to get a push in that 145. That'll be your stock moto driver. And Glenn trying to get him going. And now Hunter gets it fired up. We're going to find himself deep in a deep hole now as he heads into turn number 1. So underway, your Harvest Motorsports shifter class. Rock Jr., you're on the grid. Tag your pre-grid. So Hunter Cito will retire the 145. Yeah, trouble for Hunter Cito. Again, had a problem coming off the line. So he retires the 145. In the meantime, stock moto leader will be Nick Neri. Neri with a lap of 45.331 for Nick Neri. He is your overall leader and your stock moto leader. In the ICC, Shabard in the number 4. That'll be your ICC leader. Mayer in your Masters. In that number 27. Need Rock Jr. You're now on the grid. Rock Jr. Tag your pre-grid. So Nick Neri continued to be your leader. Neri across the line. Oliver Askew just rolled off a 45.133. That is quick time in this event for Oliver Askew. Now we got a couple together off of turn number 13. Everybody looks like they're okay. Driver going to bail out. Oliver Askew currently running in that second place position in behind Neri. That'll be the 27 here off of turn number 13. They're in that 27 machine. So 4 down, 4 to go. Next time by, to be halfway. As Nick Neri sees cross flags. Askew running down in his tire tracks. We'll see a handful of Tony carts up there in the top 4. Neri, Askew, Kotite, and Beasley, top 4 drivers all in Tony kart. Oliver Askew, lap 4, 45.089. So he tries to close in on Neri, but unable to bring him in as they'll work in turn number 7. So the 17, that'll be Ashley Rogero, going to dive bomb into the infield area, and she'll retire the 17. So Ashley retires that kart. And Neri continue to be your race leader in your stock moto. Well, there's Neri crossing the line, 2 to go. Neri down into turn number 1, about a half a second gap, going to separate first and second. Boy, Oliver Askew again turns quick lap at a 45.058, but unable to bring in and gain any ground on Neri at all. So that's the quick card out there. Is Oliver Askew. Beasley moving up into that 3rd spot. Isambard, your race leader in ICC. Again, Nick Neri. Best lap time for Neri, 45.094. Did that in lap number 5 for Nick Neri. Again, Nick qualified with a 44.528. So obviously that kart not as quick as it was in qualifying. But right now he's quick enough to hold on to that top spot with 1 to go for Nick Neri. So Neri will pick up the win. Askew coming home second. Beasley comes home third in your stock moto. Isambard will pick up the win in the ICC. That'll be your ICC winner. So Steven will pick up the win in the ICC class. Neri will pick up the win in your Masters. So there it is as your shifters wrap up their pre-final. So we'll take a couple carts off the track. In the meantime, I want to thank one of our series sponsors, Ocala Grand Prix. Stop by official Tony Kart dealership right there in the Ocala area. Again, a lot of great things going on there at Ocala Grand Prix. Check them out online, ocalagrandprix.com, and take a look at some of their great services that they feature, and really a lot of neat things going on there at the Ocala Grand Prix. Of course, you could build your team with the corporate events. Got a birthday party, something they'll never forget. Get out there and have some fun. You need parts? Visit Ocala Grand Prix online store, and it's all right there. Got a great team. Jordan, the guys do a great job. OcalaGrandPrix.com. Special thanks to them. One of our series sponsors here with the Florida Karting Championship Series. Francois Bonwibo to Tech. Francois Bonwibo, need you to Tech. So up next will be Orlando Kart Center Rock Jr. Check out their website, OrlandoKartCenter.com. Some great specials going on for the spring, and you can visit them online, OrlandoKartCenter.com. You want to ride 10 minutes, 30 minutes, daily specials, all-day specials. They've got it all. That great facility there. So we had race weekend number 1 in Orlando. And you can check out their website. You're in the area. You want to go out and have a little fun in Orlando. And stop by OrlandoKartCenter.com. And here's how we'll line them up. Juan Carrera inside row 1. Sebastian Sierra outside of row number 1. Starting third at 292 of Austin Garrison. Sasha Bonwibo starting fourth. Fifth, it'll be Justin Gordon. Sixth, it'll be Ben Ariyama. Starting seventh, Ryan Norberg in the 48th. Devin Bowerman starting eighth. Ninth, it'll be Julian Torsoho starting in the 10th spot. Munez in the number 92. Starting 11th, it will be the 11 of Cowan Warren. Starting 12th, Kyle Kirkwood. And Bellinger in the 230, scheduled to start 13th. Juan Carrera earlier today in qualifying turned a 46.007. You talk about a competitive class. All the way back into the 8th starting spot, Devin Bowerman in the 46-second bracket. So we're going to see some very tight racing. No start. And we'll send around one more time. Orlando Kart Center, Rock Jr. Need tag, you're on the grid. That'll be tag, you're on the grid. Mini Rock, your pre-grid. That'll be Mini Rock, your pre-grid. Juan Carrera, row number 1. Sebastian Sierra outside of row 1. Austin Garrison, Sasha Brown-Weibo. Good qualifying effort for Sasha. And she's right there in row number 2. Well, this will be Orlando Kart Center Rock Jr. as they'll work their way down the front stretch. Jesse going to look him over, likes what he sees. A little bit of maneuvering going on right here as they come into turn number 1. Top 2 drivers get off to a great start on the entry to turn number 3. So they'll bounce them around as they work in turn number 4. Good racing mid-pack now. Continue to shuffle around for position. That'll be Norberg, Ariyama again, and Bowerman all mixing it up deep in the field. Again, continue to see some movement going on. So a lot of passing here in the half a lap that's in the books already. And your leader, Carrera in that 68, going to head into turn number 13 for the very first time. Carrera, your leader. Sierra running second. Sasha Brown-Weibo off to a good start, running third. Ariyama fourth. Fifth, it'll be Justin Gordon. Juan Correa, there's your leader, coming head into turn number 1. Right now, Correa with a 7/10 of a second advantage. Austin Garrison, keep it on Garrison, currently running 5th. Austin turns a 46.925. That'll be quick lap in this race. Remember, Austin trying to dig himself out of a hole, qualified 3rd, and dropped back into that 5th place position for Austin Garrison. So he's trying to dig himself back into the top. Garrison right now being scored 5th. And he's definitely on the charge, Garrison, right now. 2.7 seconds out of the top position. Austin with a good qualifying effort, qualified 3rd. So Correa coming across the line. About 9/10 of a second advantage. Anytime we'll see a flip-flop for position. Ariyama is going to continue to move around. Juan Carrera, lap number 3, turns a 46.562 for your leader. Four down, 4 to go. Austin Garrison continue to gain some ground. He'll move up into the 4 spot. But unfortunately, right now, Garrison 3.9 seconds out of that top position. And Correa had been a great start for the 68. Carrying about a 9/10 of a second advantage into turn number 10. The rest of your traffic starting to stretch out now. Going into lap number 5, this time by, it'll be lap 5. 5 laps in. Correa going to head into turn number 1 with a 1.1 second advantage. Great run going for Sasha Brown-Weibo. Great qualifying effort. A solid run going for your 3rd place card, Sasha Brown-Weibo. And again, your race leader, Juan Correa, in the number 68. Another driver turning a quick lap. Yanez in the 46.264. Currently running 7th. Is Muniz right now continue to fall back in the field, 4.5 seconds behind your leader from Muniz with 2 to go, this time by. And the field ahead into turn number 1 with 2 to go. 1.4 second advantage for Korea. A white flag in hand for Korea. He'll head off turn 13. He'll see the white. 1 to go. Juan Korea got to seal the deal. He'll head down into turn number 13 for the final time. And he'll score the win in your Orlando Kart Center. Rock Jr., Juan Korea scores the win. Sierra crossing the line 1.5 seconds behind your leader. Garrison finally gets around Sasha Brian Weeble for third. Sasha will finish fourth. Muniz fifth. Need Mini Rock, you're on the grid. Shifter Jr., you're now pre-grid, is all ready to go. Riser Racing tag. Yeah, take on the website, riserracing.com, and check out all their products, carts, engine, tire, racewear, kart graphics and decals. They've got it all. Check it out. Rudy and the guys doing an outstanding job down here in Miami at riserracing.com. Here's how we'll line them up. Jonathan Guttite inside of row number 1 on the pole. Hunter Cito will be starting second. Starting third, it'll be Evans in the 127. Chalet starting fourth in the number 10. Fifth, it'll be Davis. Sixth, it'll be Brandon Salyer. Seventh, it'll be Mike Andrews Jr. Soberell will be starting in the 8th spot. Camila Miranda starting ninth. Jason Devine will be starting 10th into 29. Garrett Peterson starting 11th. Jesse Gross starting 12th. Lewis Setterly starting 13th. Ricky Brooks starting 14th. Dustin Strauss will be starting 15th. Scott Roberts 16th. So there's your lineup. Riser Racing tag. Nice and slow as they come down the front stretch. Mini Rock, you are now on the grid. Shifter Jr., you're pre-grid, and we are ready to go. Riser Racing tag, take the green as they head into turn number 1. Couple drivers moving up a little bit quickly on as they come into turn 4. Boy, heavy traffic, second place back as they come off at turn number 4. The Pack of Wolves now into turn 5. And they'll come into turn 6 pretty well, single file. So field working their way around a complete lap number 2. Next time by, Jonathan your leader, Davis running second, Cito third, Andrews fourth, fifth will be Brandon. Shayla now running in the 6th position. So your leader continued to break away now. Jonathan with about a 1.8 second advantage over Davis. Cito running third, Evans fourth. Shaylee running fifth into number 10. Brandon in that 6th spot. Andrews running 7th. Sorbella running 8th. Gross 9th. Strauss in the top 10. So we'll pick up the halfway sign this time by Jonathan Kotick. Continue to be your leader. Jonathan with a 1.7 second advantage. How about Andrew Evans? Just rolled off a 46.828. And he hops up in the second for Andrew Evans. Andrew Evans right now the only driver in that 46-second bracket, and he's definitely charging to the front. Look at Andrew Evans closing in on your leader. We'll see 5 laps to go. Andrew turns a 46.828 at the halfway point. So, Jonathan, you don't want to go to sleep. You've got company coming up on you quickly. In the 127 of Andrew Evans, he heads into turn number 1, 1.3 seconds behind your leader. Andrew just turns a 46.542 for Andrew Evans. So Andrew continuing to roll some quick laps, starting to get a little extra energy in that machine, as he's about 1.1 seconds behind your leader. So the last 2 laps, Andrew Evans continued to pick up the pace. Shaylee in that fourth spot. Brandon Sellier now running third. And we'll see 2 to go this time by. Oh, there it is, 2 to go this time by. Andrew Evans now 0.6 of a second behind your leader. And he turns it up again. 46.220 for Andrew Evans. Andrew Evans is closing in on your leader. The question, will he have enough time? Here they come into turn number 5. Andrew, nice and smooth entry into turn number 7. Boy, he turns a 46.220 in lap number 6. Unfortunately, he's going to run out of time. As you'll see the white flag, Jonathan picks up the white flag with Andrew Evans closing the gap in turn 1. Andrew now about a half a cart length behind your leader. As he closes it up now, he's on the bumper of your leader in turn 3. Great run for Andrew Evans, but he was 1.6 seconds behind your leader. He's within about a cart length and a half as they head into turn number 10. Great run for Andrew Evans. Jonathan can hear him now as he closes the gap. Andrew going to give it all he can off turn number 12. They'll go down the straightaway. Andrew going to go to the outside for the win. They come into turn 13. And Jonathan will hold them off at the line. Great battle up front. Brandon Sally will pick up third. Great run for Brandon. Shaylee coming home fourth. Fifth it'll be Samarel picking up the 5th spot. What a run for Andrew Evans, coming up just short. I'll tell you, give Andrew one more lap. As I said it back in lap 6, I didn't think he was going to have enough time. And he didn't run out of time, but a great run. You know, Jonathan at one time had over a 2-second advantage over the entire field. Goes to show you, Andrew Evans, lap number 7, turns a 46.136, and that's going to build up to be a great battle for your Riser Racing Tag Final. Need Shifter Jr. You're now on the grid. That'll be Shifter Jr. You're now on the grid. We'll need Rotex Masters for your final. That'll be Rotex Masters. We'll need you to make your way to the grid, Rotex Masters. So your Orlando Kart Center Mini Rock. 8 laps. Ramirez inside of row number 1. Tyler Gonzalez in the 57 starting second. Third, it'll be Colin Stewart. Fourth, it'll be Aiden Keel. And to the top, he'll be starting 5th. 6th, it'll be Jordan Hefner. Saraceno starting in the 7th spot. Dylan DeNiro starting 8th. Bill Smith will be starting 9th. Ruben Grillet starting 10th. Palomino starting in the 11th spot. James Marsh 12th. Sebastian Montoya starting 13th. Jake Nepper starting 14th. 15th, it'll be Hunter Padilla. 16th, it'll be Hollinshead. 17th, it'll be Kelly Landon. DeMasia will be starting 18th. 19th, it'll be Mayo Livingston in the number 11. Need Shifter Jr. to the grid. We'll need Rotex Masters. We'll need you to make your way to the grid for your final. Orlando Kart Center Mini Rock. Ramirez with a couple pole positions today. Need Eddie De Niro, please come to timing and scoring. Eddie to timing and scoring as we are ready to go. Orlando Kart Center Mini Rock. Green flag up. We're underway. Orlando Kart Center Mini Rock as they'll work their way into turn number 1. Some heavy traffic off turn 1. Dan Ramirez with a couple poles here this weekend. Picked up 2 today. Shifter Jr. That'll be Shifter Jr. You're on the grid. So Ramirez up front, your leader. Stewart running second. Gonzalez third. Keel running in that fourth spot. Right where Aiden qualified fourth and now running fourth. Palomino moving up into the 8th position. Montoya moves up to 11th. Padilla going to move up into that 12th spot. So a couple drivers making a couple position moves here early on. Good battle up front. All of a sudden, Ramirez going to have some competition. As Gonzalez now Stewart right on the bumper of your leader. Eddie De Niro, please come to timing and scoring. Need Eddie to timing and scoring. So Ramirez with a little competition right on his heels. That'll be Stewart. Stewart qualified third with a 50.555 for Stewart. Leaders working in turn number 10. Again, Ramirez with quick lap 51.329. Need Rock Masters. We'll need you to the grid. Your pre-grid for your final. We need Rock Masters to the grid for your final. Rock Masters to the grid for your final. So quickly, 4 down, 4 to go. As your leader's going to make their way around to complete lap number 4 this time by. Correct, that'll be Rotex Masters. It'll be Rotex Masters. We'll correct that'll be Rotex Masters. We'll need you to the grid for your final Rotex Masters. So halfway, Ramirez turns a 50.503. Continue to be your leader. Stewart second. Keel third. Gonzalez fourth. Fifth will be Grillet. Saraceno now running 6. Palomino running 7. Ismail running now in the 8th spot. So once again, it'll be Rotex Masters. We'll need you to the grid for your final. Rotex Masters, your pre-grid. Hefner running 9th and Arrow running 10th. So Ramirez so far wire to wire. Ramirez a little bit of breathing room now as he comes off at turn number 12. And ahead into turn number 13. There's your leader, Ramirez. Heads down into turn number 1 with a 0.6 of a second advantage now. Over second running Stewart. Boy, Colin Stewart, a great run for Stewart. Stewart again qualified third, has been in that second place position pretty much the entire race. Ramirez here in lap 5 just turned a 50.368. Need Zeb Davis. Zeb Davis, we need to detect to see Glenn Biggs. Zeb Davis from the tag class. Come see Glenn Biggs in the tech area. Pretty good racing now for that 4th place position as they come to the line. Gonzalez and Grillet will flip-flop. That'll be Palomino now in 5th as Grillet will drop back to 6th. Ramirez, your leader, as he works his way off of turn 4. Pretty comfortable out there for Ramirez as he heads into turn 5. He is right now with a full second advantage over Stewart. Keel running 3rd. Gonzalez 4th. 5th will be Palomino. 6th will be Grillet. Saraceno running 7th. Vilsmill running 8th. Latifia running 9th. We'll pick up the white flag next time by. Dylan De Niro running 10th. Epner running 11th. Montoya 12th. Nepper running 13th. Padilla 14th. Marsh 15th. Livingston running 16th. Allenaz running 17th. Landon did not take the green in that 110. So white flag up, 1 to go for Ramirez. Ramirez nice and smooth on the entry to turn number 5. Got it right down as he heads into turn 6. Well, your top 4 drivers are really separated as they work their way into turn 10. Saraceno with a little action in behind him. Mills, Milladero, and Epner all mixing it up in behind Saraceno in that number 10. So checker flag in hand, and here comes your winner. Ramirez will go wire to wire as he scores the win. In your mini rock, Stewart second, Keel, Gonzalez, and Palomino going to round out your top 5. Need Rotex Masters, Rotex Junior. Need you to the grid for your final. Rotex Masters, Rotex Junior. So up next, your Ocala Grand Prix Shifter Junior. And be sure to check out the website, ocalagrandprix.com, for all their services. Again, they've got accessories, apparel. You're looking for car parts, they've got it. Change, engine parts, engines, fuel. Full carts, Tony Kart dealer. Again, see George and the tire fans up, the gang up there in Ocala. Ocala Grand Prix. Visit them online at ocalagrandprix.com as we get ready for your starting lineup for your Shifter Junior. Kyle Kirkwood inside row number 1 in the 28. Outside will be the 77 of Austin Garrison. Ryan Norberg in the 48 starting third. Fourth, it'll be Justin Gordon in the 01. Olivia Bellinger scheduled to start 5th. 6th, scheduled in the 14, Seve DePinto. Need Rotex Masters to the grid for your final. Rotex Junior to the grid for your final. Rotex Masters, we need you on the grid for your final to be Rotex Masters. Rotex Junior, you are pre-grid, and we're set to go. Ocala Grand Prix, Shifter Junior. In qualifying, Kyle Kirkwood with a 46.034. He's got him on the pole. Austin Garrison, outside row 1, 46.503. Ryan Norberg, third. Fourth, it'll be Justin Gordon. Fifth, it'll be Bellinger. Sixth, it'll be Seve de Pinto. Bellinger in the 5, Seve in the 14 did not qualify. So this will actually be their first time out there. Outside a little bit of practice earlier this morning in your Ocala Grand Prix, Shifter Junior. And Glenn will get them lined up. They'll come to a complete stop. Rotex Masters, you're now on the grid at Junior. Rotex Junior, you're pre-grid. 48. Ryan Norberg trying to get that cart fired up. Now the 5 will stall that one. That'll be Bellinger in the 5. Rotex Masters, you're on the grid. Junior, you're pre-grid. Rotex Junior, you are pre-grid. So we'll get our junior shifter drivers, get them lined up. And ready to go. 8 laps. It is our last pre-final of the day. And we'll get set with our invocation. We'll do that next, followed by the national anthem, and then we'll get set to go into our finals for the day. So again, Chaplain John Dunham will join us, Racers for Christ. And we'll get set for our invocation once we conclude here with the junior shifters. Again, glad I'll get them to a complete stop. Still trying to get one of those carts fired up. And junior shifter brought to you by Ocala Grand Prix. Kyle Kirkwood into 28, Garrison into 77, Norberg into 48, Gordon into 01, Bellinger into 5, Seve into 14. So Glenn will lift that left arm, brings it straight up. He'll show him the green, and everybody going to get started as they'll head into turn number 1. Rotex Masters, you're on the grid. Rotex Junior, you are now pre-grid for your final. So field exits off turn 4 for the very first time. They'll head into turn number 5. So Kyle Kirkwood setting quick time earlier this morning with a 54.742. So Kirkwood across the line first, Garrison running second, Gordon to move up to third, Bellinger scoots up to fourth, Seve fifth, Norberg sixth. Rotex Masters, you're now on the grid. Rotex Junior, you are pre-grid. Good racing. That'll be third place. Those two drivers now got to work their way into turn number 8. That'll be Gordon and Bellinger. Gordon third, Bellinger running fourth. Good little race now on the entry to turn number 11. Justin Gordon into 0-1. So top 4 drivers, all Tony Kart drivers, they work their way into turn number 1. Led by the 28 of Kyle Kirkwood. Boy, Kyle opening up a good lead now with a 1.5 second advantage. Kirkwood turns a 46.315 here in lap number 2. And he's starting to break away off of turn 5. There's your leader. Garrison running second. Bellinger, Gordon, Seve DePinto, and Norberg. Rotex Masters, you're now on the grid. Rotex Junior, you are pre-grid for your final. So starting to break away now. Kyle Kirkwood opens up a 1.7 second advantage over Garrison. Bellinger running third. Gordon running fourth. Seve running in the 5th position. Norberg running 6th. Got 3 drivers in that 46-second bracket. Kirkwood, Garrison, and Bellinger. Kyle Kirkwood, quick lap in this race, 46.315 for Bellinger. For Kirkwood. Bellinger best lap time, 46.477, currently running third. So this will be the halfway point, 4 down, 4 to go as they head to the line. So halfway with 4 in, 4 to go. And seeing some good racing. That'll be that third spot. Garrison and Bellinger continue to mix it up. As Bellinger will come off turn number 5, and he will take that position away. So Bellinger now second. As he gets in around Austin Garrison, who's had a solid run. So a couple of Tony Karts dueling battle there for second. As your leader comes off turn 13. 5 laps complete, 3 to go. There's your leader now down into turn number 1. That'll be Kirkwood. So far, your one and only leader. Kyle turns a 46.313 here in lap 5. And your leader with a 2.4 second advantage into turn 4. Justin Gordon going to come to a rest on the entry to turn number 3. And he'll retire here in the pre-final. Justin Gordon into 0-1. Here comes your leader with 2 to go, this time by Kyle Kirkwood. So far, wire to wire. There he is at the line, and he'll see it. 2 to go as he heads down into turn number 1. So Kyle Kirkwood continue to put on a great run here in your Ocala Grand Prix shifter, junior shifter class. Bellinger running second, Garrison, Seve, and Norberg. Your top 5 with Gordon parking it in lap 4. So Jesse will give him the white flag. Here comes your leader. Kyle Kirkwood heads down into turn number 1. As your leader carries a 3.3 second advantage over Bellinger. Garrison fading back. He's back 4.4 seconds. Seve 8.9 seconds. Currently running 4th, 5th. It'll be Norberg 13 seconds behind your leader. We need Rotex Masters on the grid. Rotex Junior, you are pre-grid. Again, we'll just get a couple-minute break for our workers, and then we'll move quickly on into your finals. So here comes your leader, Kyle Kirkwood, going wire to wire, and he'll score the win in your Ocala Grand Prix Shifter Junior class. Kyle Kirkwood, your winner. Bellinger coming home second, Garrison third, Seve, Norberg, and Justin Gordon. So we'll get a couple-minute break for our workers. We'll get set with our invocation and our national anthem, and we will move in to our finals with Rotex Masters on the grid. Junior, your pre-grid.
Aaron Schmidt, need you in tech, please. Aaron Schmidt, please come to tech.
Attention in the pits, Rotax Masters drivers, you just did your final. If you own a transponder from OGP, if you rented one, please return it to the timing and scoring.
I want to thank him and his wife for making it out here this weekend at Homestead. So we are ready to roll for our finals.